Right, so I'm just packing my bag to go out thrifting, but also I'm gonna stop in a coffee shop, have some lunch and do some editing. So I've got my laptop in this super cute Sostrana Grena, I think that's how we say it, laptop case that's like padded and quilted and lovely. But my laptop is quite old and is a bit bigger than most of the ones nowadays. So it's literally squeezed within an inch of its life into this thing. So it's always a challenge to get it out. Got my purse. I'm actually also much later going for a facial. So I think I might need to put my makeup remover in there. And then, yeah, that's very exciting. Little voucher treat. Right, I'm just having my smoothie before I go out in the hope that it'll give me a little burst of energy for thrifting because it's got coffee in it. So I basically make a big load in the morning, have a glass for breakfast and then put a glass in the fridge for later. Usually it's like the 3:30, 4 mark when my energy levels dip and I'm like, oh yeah, I need that smoothie. I'm just going to address a few things. One, I am aware that my glasses keep on going wonky. So I'm like trying to get them back the other way. I don't know why. The arm just completely was bent when I picked them up after a workout class. And nothing had happened since I had been in the workout class. Like it just completely baffles me. Anyway, I tried to go and get them to tighten it and it made it better, but not normal. And also I am very aware that I've got kind of purple looking lips. I haven't got purple lipstick on. I picked my lip, there was a dry bit on it and it was really bothering me and it didn't seem to go away even when I slathered the lip balm on, and then I just peeled it off the other day, which I know I shouldn't have done, but hence why it's slightly different colour here. Anyway, it's very sunny right now, which is the first time all week. But I did just check the weather forecast and it said that it was going to rain later. So good thing I checked. I was going to wear my like faux suede slip-on mules, which would not have been a good idea. So yeah, praise God for the weather app. Wow, it's like so sunny and so warm. I just checked, it's 16 degrees. It's the first time I've come out in like just a thin raincoat rather than a proper coat for a long time. Probably shouldn't have even worn this jumper considering I'm such a overheater. Anyway, I'm gonna go get the bus, but I'm gonna drop all of these vintage parcels at the in-post lockers on the way. 2 birds with 1 stone. My first stop was actually Homebase before I went to any charity shops. I needed to get some paint tester pots for a thrift flip that I already had planned from a previous trip to some charity shops, and I was knee deep in all the colours. I mean, it's a happy place for me, but I finally decided on these 4 as options for that project and maybe some other ones. I went to the same strip of charity shops that I've been to previously in another thrift flip video, and I just love that they're all in one place. It makes it very easy to dash between them all. As ever, I always find loads of ceramics and glassware in any charity shop I go to, and I'm always really tempted, but I've got to the point where I've collected so much of it that I just need to be very restrained and thought out because I'm not sure I need that much more. I did stumble across this lovely footstool that was padded on top and then it had storage on the inside, which was great, but I didn't need it. And then I have been on the lookout for a lightweight mat for spring/autumn in a beige colour, and this was good, but it just wasn't oversized enough. It did, however, have a hood, which is very useful. I also tried on this black leather bag because I was in need of one, but it wasn't quite right. So I moved on, went to this charity shop which has a lot of larger pieces. I found a Discman blast from the past Also stumbled across these lovely brown pattern plates. Again, I don't really need any. They had some lovely shapes of vases that could have been upcycled, but again, don't need vases. More plates, very pretty. I was very tempted. And then I did stumble across this, which I thought was a jewellery holder. Wasn't quite sure. I ummed and ahed over it for a little while. And then also saw this very pretty marble lamp base. I just thought it was quite different and I was really tempted. But again, I have so many lamps. I also found this vintage framed art, and for once I did like the art inside. I thought it was really sweet, but £6 in a charity shop. And then, excuse the double denim look, wasn't my intention, but I tried on this denim shacket thing and I thought it was quite nice. I wasn't even that offended by the double denim, which is saying something. And then I also tried on this as an alternative bag to the previous one that you saw me trying on, and thought it worked quite well. Look at me, from the early 90s. And then also found this really sweet snow globe and a glitter, but with a fairground horse, and I thought I could paint the bottom and have it in the kids' room, but I resisted. These two vases, beautiful, again, didn't need it. Lovely wooden bowl. I wasn't really sure what I would do with it apart from store aimless things, so I continued. Then I had a little break for lunch in my favourite spot, the Early Bird Cafe. I love this place. The food is amazing. Everything they make is delicious, as you can see here. It was some kind of like Korean chicken with like pickles and slaw, and oh my word, it was just so good. And then I got on with a little bit of work for a while. I really like working in cafes. I feel like it just focuses my mind, and somehow all of the hustle and bustle around me, you know, when I put my headphones in. And here is my face shining like a beacon after my very hydrating facial. Hello. This is actually 2 days later that I'm filming this because, I got home late, and then yesterday I went to yoga in the morning, and then I met up with a friend, and then I tried to do some painting when I got home. Not painting walls, like actual painting, because I said to myself I really wanted to set aside some time for that. Hence, it is the next day, and I thought I'd show you what I got. I mean, you've seen some of them because I tried some of them on, and actually weirdly, I feel like I got way more clothing items than usual. I do get clothes sometimes, but I would say in terms of clothing, I would usually get it on Vinted. I find it easier to find things in general, and I would usually get homeware stuff when I'm in charity shops, but I'm not complaining. So the first thing was, which I think you saw, very nice cord bag. And basically I really wanted a larger, dark, maybe black, although I actually quite like that this isn't quite black, it's like a very dark grey. Yeah, because I had a really big black bag, and then through just, overfilling it over time and putting my laptop in it quite a lot, it ended up snapping. The straps came straight off. So I replaced it with a backpack with like a slot for a laptop, like a whole proper thing. And whilst that is great, I don't always need to take an entire backpack out. But recently I got the brown bag the other day, which is, I did take my laptop out in it, but it was mainly for going out and taking my enormous Stanley cup with me, because I do tend to need this much water. Also, can I clarify that I did not buy this? I'm quite against brand hype a lot of the time, and I would never have gone out and bought myself a Stanley cup. I just was given it for free on a very lovely Pinterest trip that I went on. And it is very useful, but so would any cup that size be, that's my review. Anyway, so that's quite big. So I've got the brown bag, but then I wanted a darker bag to go with more stuff. And I tried on that one that you saw, and the straps were just too short, so it just kind of felt a bit too high. And like, I know that tends to mean that the straps slip down. It's a whole science to finding a bag, but these have really long straps, so that's perfect. I was very happy with that. And that was, I think I've taken the label off, but it was £4. Yeah, £4 for that. Also, another thing that you saw me try on is this shacket, shall we call it? This lovely denim shirt jacket thing. It is like a shirt, but it is thicker than a shirt, but it's not super thick. So make of that what you will. Basically, what I actually was on the hunt for is like a blazer. Not like a really structured blazer, like a kind of oversized blazer to go over things. I didn't find anything like that, but I did find this, and it was £4.10. It's very specific. Quite random why there needed to be a 10 pence on there, but it's really nice. Because it's a size, I'm pretty sure it's a size 14, it meant that it was a little bit oversized on me, which is good because I didn't want it fitted. I liked the vibe, and it's quite nice because I have a denim jacket, which I've actually had for years. It's probably one of my longest standing, most worn items. And it's a very typical light acidy wash vintage denim jacket. It's like that shape where it's a bit puffy and it goes down there, if you can understand what I'm saying. And I got it in a vintage shop in Brussels for not very much. And like, it's done me well, but like sometimes it just doesn't go with things, and it definitely doesn't look, you can't really dress it up, whereas this you could, and I think it would just go with more things. A good find, particularly going into the lighter, warmer spring months. And then this you didn't see, well, because I didn't film it. I had to try it on without tights on, so I was wearing jeans. I didn't really want to film that because I don't know, I don't think anybody needs to see my pasty white legs right now. They have not seen the light of day for many months, so I'm not spring ready yet. I anticipate wearing with black tights. I've actually also been looking for something like this for a while, which is like I don't know, I was like some kind of check. This is actually dog's tooth, close up. But it's very cute, I thought, to wear under like more oversized tops and jumpers, and it's got like a little slit here, which is quite nice, but it's actually not overall ridiculously short, and it just fit me really well. It's got like a elastic waistband and it's stretchy fabric, so it's all very comfortable. That was also £4. There seems to be a running theme. And the last clothing item that I got is this very lovely smooth that is not the adjective that I intended to use. Soft, it's very soft. Pale grey jumper with a kind of funnel neck. I really like funnel necks, and also it's quite baggy and it's got like almost batwing sleeves. I just thought it'd be really useful. I did a little while ago get a grey roll neck as a kind of, you know, oh, I can use this in lots of different outfits, and it is nice, but it's just a little bit too dark grey that it kind of just dulls a lot of things, whereas this is like a nice light grey. And then homeware items that I got, you may have seen, I picked up this, which is, well, I mean, I think it is, I've just assumed that it's a like necklace holder for your like necklaces and bracelets, which I saw it and I was like, oh, that's quite cute. And then I was like, I don't really need that in my life. But then I was like, no, actually I do, because I'm really sick of having necklaces and bracelets like tangled up in like these little vintage pots that I have, and they're all with earrings and they get all caught up, and then I have to, like, so many times I'm in a bit of a rush to leave the house. I mean, it's usually, like, the majority of the time I'm in a rush to leave the house, but I'll find a necklace that I want to wear, but I just don't have time to untangle it, so I just don't wear it. So I thought this will be helpful, but also I do like this silver, but I really don't have anything in my home that is silver. It's all brass. So I have ordered some more because I've run out, because I've made so many things brass over time, but I've ordered some more, a different brand actually, kind of brassy. It's kind of it's not a yellowy brass colour, it's more of a like champagne colour, because I wanted to stay a little bit closer to the original colour, but just, I don't know, make it more in keeping with my room. So I'm going to do that. It's a little DIY project. Oh, how much was that? I think that was £2. And then this was also £2. It's just like a very cute little earthenware vase pot thing. And I literally, if I see any earthenware stuff that's cheap, I just buy it, because I will always use it at some point. And if I don't have a place for it in my home, then I quite like giving them as gifts. Like I recently gave one as a gift to my sister-in-law, and I went and bought a really nice faux flower to go in it from Neptune that have just the most amazing faux flowers. They are stunning. So yeah, got that. And then yeah, I got this bowl for £2, which has got like, I don't know, what do you call that? These nice bits around the edge. I'm always at the moment looking for nice bowls for like serve or to put salads in or whatever. And then this, which is a cut, do you call this cut crystal? Cut glass? Yeah, I mean, it's not crystal, is it? Cut glass, little candle holder. And I thought it was very sweet. This was like £1.50, and what I want to do is I want to try the little hack where you can colour the glass, and I'd quite like to make it a sort of like brownie amber colour. So I'm going to do that. That's another little thrift flip project for you. And then on another trip, I actually got a little lamp I picked up. This was like just after Christmas. This is the lamp that I got from a charity shop for £4. Pretty good. And I love the shape of it. Obviously, I don't really like the colours. So I'm thinking I want to do my little pleating technique using this, which is actually a pillowcase. I got it in a set of 2 from H&M because I had a voucher for Christmas, and I think the bigger pattern I'm going to use as an actual cushion cover, but this one I thought would be nice if I like cut it open, and then I can kind of go around pleating it as I go. And I kind of want a little frill detail as well, and maybe get some kind of like contrasting ribbon or something. I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet, but I do know that I need to paint the base. And so I picked up some, oh great job, some of these little tester pots. They're bigger than most of the other tester pots, hence why I thought I'd get them, they'd go further. And I'm thinking this one, I did pick up some other ones, but like I can, well, yeah, not, I don't think this one, but I'm going to use them for other things. I'm currently like making some one-off bits of artwork, and I need some to paint frames. This was another contender, maritime teal. I thought that was quite nice, but it might be a bit cool toned with that and the green in this. I don't know. What else have I got? Oh, this like goldy ochre colour. I mean, that is quite nice actually, but will it just look like wood? I don't know. I think this does something a little bit different. Does it look festive with a reddy colour and a green? No, I think I might go with this. Also, it's just something that I wouldn't usually do. I don't really use this colour very much, so yeah. I started off by priming the base of the lamp. This is basically just so the paint goes on more easily and hopefully gives it a bit more longevity. Then I started using the paint and I got the shock of my life because it just looked magenta to me, and I panicked, but I just thought, trust the process. Once I do a second coat, I'm sure it will be fine. And it was, thank goodness. Then I just used my trusty old French chic tough coats to go on the top, and this is just going to stop it from chipping. And I basically kind of cut it in half so that I could have enough material to go around the whole of my lamp, and I did need to use the second half. And all I did was I used my glue gun, and with some excess on either side, I just stuck the fabric to the lampshade using just a strip of the glue. and then folded the fabric over the top to create a kind of concertina effect. And then you basically just carry on doing this, checking also the back, so sticking the back side to the lamp because you don't want it flapping about. And then I just carried on going, and as I was going I was trimming off the excess from the top as well because it all just got a bit much. I did, as I said, use the second strip as well, so I started again at some point and then just folded it over at the end, and then I used a glue gun as well to fold over the top bit just to neaten it all up. And then I added a little embroidery anglaise frill at the bottom. Again, I used the glue gun and I was just sticking a point and then holding it down and then sticking another point and then just sort of doing a little fold, just a tiny one, just to gather it ever so slightly. And then after that, I finished it off by using my super glue to glue on some ribbon over the join, and I think it finishes it off really nicely. The next quick project was this jewellery holder, and I wanted to make it less silver and a bit more brass, so I mixed a little bit of acrylic paint into the champagne colour metallic paint I had, and then also mixed in a little bit of darker paint and worked it into all of the creases and darker areas just to make it look aged. For my last little thrift flip, I wanted to create an amber glass effect on the cut glass candle holder. So I used 2 spoons of Mod Podge, 2 tablespoons, and then a couple of drops of some of the food colorings that I wanted to use. I think I used a brownie color and some yellow, and then I mixed it all up and then I started painting it onto the glass. Now you could just do the top layer, I think that would be completely fine, but I thought, you know, for extra depth of colour I would also paint it on the underside of all of the glass, so I did it on the top and the bottom, trying to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And you also need to trust the process in this because at the moment it looks pretty bad, but as it dries it will dry clear with that lovely amber tint, but you can make it whatever colour you want. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of time just to dry. So there you go, I hope you enjoyed coming thrifting with me again and also flipping some of the items that I bought. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please let me know in the comments which thrift flip you liked the most and might try yourself. And I will see you in a new video soon. And if you fancy subscribing, that is always lovely. I will see you next time. Bye.